a very good thing to point out right here is that all of the more major flaws that comes with the bike, i.e. suspension and not being the most torquiest engine, they can be fixed, and they're not that costly. I mean, suspension can be costly, but the gearing is a cheap upgrade and it drastically changes the bike. So as it comes from the showroom floor, it needs a bit of help, barring... Whoa, that's gnarly. There's some other kind of makeshift line over there on the side. That would be my grip lost. Oh, shit, that is slippery. Okay, I would say... Oh wait, oh, I can't get any grip here with my boots. So slippery, that's where I slipped right there. Lost my line. I'm gonna try to use this log. What am I doing here? Is that a rock? Nope. Okay, if I put that like that, hopefully that will hold out. Okay, so that was pretty treacherous. It's pretty muddy today. It is rainy season. It's actually cold season, but it was rainy season, and it's just been raining a lot the last couple of days. And I'm bringing you here today my long-term review of my Honda CRF250L. So I've had this bike for about 3 years. Don't hold me to that because my memory is absolutely atrocious. But I have 16,134 kilometers on it. So I'm going to give my own opinion as just an intermediate rider, not a particularly good rider, but it's a fantastic bike. It's really a fantastic bike. If you factor in the price and what you get for it, it's really great. With a few mods can really turn the bike into something, I don't know about special. I guess it depends on what you're looking for, but I'd say it probably does make it special with a few mods. And those mods are the sprocket. That's what needs sorting out when you buy one of these brand new. I right here have a 45 on the back. It's a 45 and a 13. The standard comes with a 14 on the front, so I've gone down one there for more acceleration, and it also comes with a 40 on the back. So, and I've put 45 to increase acceleration also. You need a new chain if you go past, I think, 42 teeth on the back. I obviously added in a bendable lever because if you wish you had one if you crash, and I do not know why Honda don't give you that from standard. It seems like such a minor thing to do. I've done the Yoshimura, I think it's RS4 exhaust. I bought it so long ago. I put the heat shield back on. A lot of times that people don't have this. I'll probably make a separate video for anyone that wants to know how to fit that. I've got the full front system for it with a Z carbon mudguard. It's not a mudguard, is it? Exhaust guard. What else have I done? I've done handlebars. These handlebars, I mean, they look pretty cool, but the main reason I changed them was for height. The height of the original bars, I don't know why they make them so low, but being a tall guy, especially myself at 6'3", I needed higher bars. That was absolutely essential. I just put these little mirrors on myself. Hand guards, Ace Abyss hand guards, they do a pretty good job. You need them to protect your stuff when you crash. I put the spoke skins on, that's purely aesthetic. I put this on for when I do go on trips. Useful to have, tie a bag to the back. I put the tail tidy on the back, as you guys see right here. It's a DRC LED one. This one is the smoked one. Also got the bash plate, which is you need because the bash plate they give you is like made out of plastic, which is just never going to work. I've also powder coated the rims. With a few upgrades, it really can be a great bike. It really can be. If you do a few mods to it, the acceleration is pretty decent. I mean, if you're going to be doing wide open kind of banking turns and stuff, it's not bad. It's not the torquiest engine, but that's why you do the gearing. If you do the gearing, the torque isn't too bad. I would say, for me personally, for the for the narrow, windy kind of forest trails here, at least jungle trails, the power is not too bad. If I'm going to really focus on the negatives about this bike after doing 16,000 kilometers, I would say the suspension is obviously a bit soft. People, I'm sure, are a bit aware of that. The engine isn't the torquiest motor, unfortunately. From low revs, it does need a bit of help. That's why I say gearing is absolutely essential, in my opinion. I have done pretty extreme hill climbs. I have literally seen one of these 250Ls fall down a mountain. We actually had to push it further and further down the mountain because we were on a slippery trail. It's the most craziest day of my life. I almost died, and I'm not joking. I'll put a link up there for you guys to check that out so you guys can see that video. It's called The Crash. It's just crazy. And the bike started the next day when we came to pick it up in the woods. So they're bulletproof. They're extremely reliable. The power, once you change the gearing, is good. You know, it is actually surprisingly good. Just be aware that obviously when you're buying it new, you are obviously getting about 19 and a bit horsepower on this model. The new model might be a little bit more. My one with the upgrades, I would hazard a guess with the full exhaust, it's probably around 22 horsepower, but it makes it seem pretty sufficient on tight, winding, technical trails, as long as you don't have to get really hardcore. A couple of cons actually I forgot to mention right here is this radiator guard right here. And if you guys can see that, it's pretty dark. It's really plasticky and it's terrible. I've actually put a tie wrap here because it's the only way to stop it from completely fucking up. Same goes for this here, coolant cover kind of protection part here. I put 2 tie wraps in that. They give you these tiny little screws that just vibrate loose so fast. All of the more major flaws that comes with the bike, i.e. suspension and not being the most torquiest engine, they can be fixed, and they're not that costly. I mean, the suspension can be costly, but the gearing is a cheap upgrade and it drastically changes the bike. So as it comes from the showroom floor, it needs a bit of help, barring possibly the new one, 2017 model. It really does need a little bit of help, but once you give it that help, it's extremely capable. And I've used that word for this bike so many times. It's very capable. It is a budget bike and it's a dual sport. It's not necessarily an enduro bike. It's an adventure bike. Honestly, it's a fantastic bike. If you're thinking about buying one, I highly recommend going and getting a test ride, especially of the new model. This has been my long-term test review, I should say, my long-term review of the CRF250L. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, because it makes me happy. And share the video. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. If you've got a comment for me, leave it below. Motoman out.